Some of the big Hollywood guys saw going into television as a downfall. Now big stars are looking forward because they get a liberty that the corporate structure won't give them.
If I'm offered a Hindi film, I'd happily come and work here as well.
Some of our dreams we didn't even allow to dare to dream. Now we can because of all the technology.
We had to come and shoot here, and it's such a, it's such a place which is meant for cinema. It's got architecture, it's got years inside it, and it's got history, it's got everything.
Yeah. Sadma is my all-time favorite.
I'm sure. Hello everyone and welcome to Screen. We have today with us the team of Thug Life. Welcome Kamal Haasan, Abhirami and Mani Ratnam. Hello everyone, how are you?
We're fine.
Good, how are you?
I'm good. How are you liking the weather of Delhi firstly?
Oh, we shot here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
So
summer.
it's cooler now.
It's very cool.
I was actually coming to that question. What is the connection with Delhi? How was it coming back and shooting here? How was it like?
The story is based in Delhi,
Yeah.
and this becomes our background in which the entire story happens. So there's no other choice. We had to come and shoot here, and it's such a, it's such a place which is meant for cinema. It's got architecture, it's got years inside it, and it's got history, it's got everything.
Being a Delhi girl, that makes me proud.
Yeah.
And Abhirami, Kamal sir, how was your experience of shooting here?
For me, it was a celebration of gluttony. Every day, my team and I, we would look at where we can order, chole bhature from, where we can order kulfi from.
Yeah.
So besides the joy of shooting with them, every evening that was my silent sort of celebration.
Should have
And
told
sir,
us.
any delicacy you enjoyed here?
I like the Khan Market bookshop. And of course the fruit markets and the food. But then I had a direction from the director not to put on weight.
Yeah, that's why I didn't tell you.
So Mani sir, firstly, Thug Life brings together legends, like it is being known as the legendary film that is going to come. So how did this collaboration happen and did it, stimulate you emotionally and creatively?
Yeah, I mean, it's a responsibility first.
Yeah.
And then if you land on a subject, then that subject takes you. Then you forget about everything else. You forget about, what is expected, not expected. That rules you. So your entire attention is towards trying to make that as honest as possible.
Okay. And Abhirami, how was it like working with Kamal sir again and especially under Mani sir's direction?
It's always a pleasure working with Kamal sir.
Yeah.
If you know anything about me, you know that even my very identity in movies is shaped after one of his best movies that I consider,
Yeah.
called Guna. I've grown up watching his films. He has probably sown the seed of wanting to act in me without him knowing. So working with him again in whatever capacity is always a joy. Working with Mani sir has always been a dream of mine. Again, the way he conceives his ideas, his stories, the way he writes women characters, the way he showcases them on screen. I don't think there is any other director, probably apart from him, that does that with so much grace and so much elan. So to be a Mani Ratnam woman, to be a Mani Ratnam female character I would do anything for that. So
You've just mentioned that you've grown up watching his films and you're a bona fide Kamal Haasan fan.
absolutely.
So, if we keep your movies aside, what are the films, any three films if you get a chance, you would have got a chance to work with him? Any films that you would choose?
So many. 3 is an unfair number to ask.
Yeah.
I probably name, 100 films of his that I would rewatch and would have
Still any
loved
specific names that come to your mind?
Sadma.
Yeah.
Sadma is my all-time favorite.
I'm sure.
That is one. Chachi 420. I don't know if Michael Madan was remade here
No,
in
it
Hindi,
wasn't.
but there's a spectacular Tamil movie called Michael Madan Kamarajan, which is probably one of his best. I mean, there's so many. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
And Kamal sir, you call yourself the student of cinema and you've proved that in the past so many years that you learn and do something new with every film. So was there anything new that Thug Life taught you?
Oh, so many things. I didn't even know I was doing new things till I saw the dubbing stage. I went, oh, we've done all this. It surprises you because you're so caught up with that. You come and look at the monitor. You're just looking in the center, and you're not enjoying the whole frame because you're looking at only yourself. And then when I saw it, I was surprised at so many little things in this guy. I'm sure a discerning audience will look at those things also.
Definitely, definitely. A much highly anticipated film, and many fans are waiting for this. So, fans fondly call you as God. So, how do you take this, fans worshipping their own movie stars? How do
I
you
don't take it seriously because you know why. I'm not going into I don't want to hurt anyone. My beliefs are my beliefs.
Okay, okay. And Abhiram, I really wanted to ask you that are you receiving more, perhaps better opportunities in Tamil cinema as compared to Malayalam, because that's what your filmography in the recent past is suggesting? So, is there something like that?
I go wherever work takes me. I
Yeah.
don't look at language. I speak both languages with equal fluency. I consider myself Malayali when it's Onam. I consider myself Tamilian when it's Pongal or Diwali. So wherever work takes me, I go. I don't look at the language. Next, if I'm offered a Hindi film, I'd happily come and work here as well. So just like music, I don't think art in any form is bound by languages, and I don't want to put shackles on myself.
Okay, okay. And Manisa, you're a master filmmaker, and we've seen so many memorable films till now. Do you think that there's anything such a thing as a bad movie, or do you think it's all about the perspective of the audience?
Well, I'm not an audience first. And if I don't like the film, that film is a bad film.
Yeah.
That's how they look at it. So
Yeah.
you can't pretend that it's not there.
Yeah.
As a maker, what you try to do is what you put your best in front.
Yeah.
Try to make a good film. It's not trying to make a huge hit alone. You want it to be a hit, but you also want it to be sensible. You want it to be intelligent, engaging, and logical. So that's what you try to do.
Because many a times this happens if a specific set of audience is going to watch a film. One set would say that it was a brilliant film, but the another set would have a very different opinion, like totally opposite, would say it's not a good film. So in your opinion as a filmmaker, do you think it's just a difference of perspective?
I think that's true for any art, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is true for any art. I mean, you have art is something that reaches you individually, and it's your perspective. So you have to anticipate, and accept the diversity in views.
Okay, okay. And sir, you've worked with Kamal sir before also. When you're working in Thug Life, did you see any change in him as a performer or anything that has remained constant in the past few years?
The constant is very easy.
Yeah.
His ability to act well is constant.
Yeah.
Here, it's more than his acting. He's also helping me with the script. So it's like, and he's also producing along. So he's everything. I mean,
Okay, and vice versa, sir, the same question for you.
It's a cooperative effort.
Yeah.
This is the most democratic art I've ever known. And that's why we give the choice of people not liking our film and liking our film. We only hope the demography of those who like is slightly bigger than at least.
Yeah.
Because it's 1.4 billion.
Yeah.
How can I satisfy all of them?
True. When you were working with sir years ago and when you work now, any stark difference or any similarity in his way
It's
of
the
working?
same. It's the same. We've evolved as artists, craftsmen. Both of us, I think, both have different techniques. So we have evolved with our technique, and we got tools which we couldn't even imagine in those times. We shut it out of our mind because it's not possible. So some of our dreams we didn't even allow to dare to dream. Now we can, and because of all the technology. But we'll have to move with it and not lose your perspective of where you started and where you want your journey to come to fruition.
Definitely, definitely. And Mani sir, I think I speak for all the fans when I ask this today. If you were making Nayakan today, Is there anything different that you would do according to today's sensibilities or the experience that you've gained as a filmmaker till now?
Would I make? I don't know. It's a hypothetical question. I have no clue, and I don't want to get back into those shoes.
Yeah.
Because the joy of filmmaking is when you don't know how you're going to get something and searching and finding it. Oh, so that's a joy. Remaking doesn't give you the joy.
I would like to add some more things.
Sure.
Just as an audience member, I would say that Nayakan is still relevant. You
Surely.
don't have to change a single frame in it.
Thank you.
It's
I don't have to worry about it.
And Kamal sir, if you get a chance to do a web series, are you going to ever do a web series?
We feel if you want to, we can. That's a choice, which is a luxury.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's infra-dig because some of the big Hollywood guys saw going into television as a downfall. Now big stars are looking forward because they get a liberty that the corporate structure won't give them.
Exactly. And because also the episodic format gives you more chance to develop the story.
Develop the character, and you
Yeah.
can play the character for long.
Have you ever given it a thought?
Oh yes, yes. In those days I started even making a great writer. He was a great writer, and we bought his story. It's called Agraharata Devadigal by Sujata. I wanted to make it as a serial. We almost started, but then I was using the same techniques as cinema, and with one episode I would have spent all the money they gave me, so we stopped.
Okay, one last question I have for all of you. Whenever you're casting or whenever you're taking up a film, is there something, a factor like an age difference between actors comes to your mind while taking it up?
You do
Is it
what
a-
is right for the film, for the story. You know, I mean, it is not. The story decides everything for you. You know,
Yeah.
that takes you where you have to go. So that's it.
So it isn't a factor that comes into your mind or you consider while taking up a film?
Yeah. Do you do that in real life?
No, not really.
So we are trying to be close to real life.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much for joining
Thank you.
Screen. So this was the team of Thug Life. Keep watching Screen for more such videos.